I think we're live. We're live. We're live. Wow. Wow, we're live. Wow. Wow, wow. Check, check, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Check. Check. Okay, we're just fucking around today. It's okay. It's okay. So today's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not gonna hit record yet. Thanks for joining me in the stew, everyone. We're just in the studio right now. I'm in just the studio, hoping that it sounds right. It's a fucking brown night. Okay, cool. That works. No, I mean, at least the audio's good. How's this right here? I'm not gonna hit record yet. Thanks for joining me in the stew, everyone. We're just in the studio right now. I'm in just the studio, hoping that it sounds right. Okay, so I just gotta right here. Right here is good. I'm just in the. I'm in the studio, hoping that it sounds right. It's a fucking. Okay, cool. That works. No, I mean, at least the audio's good. How's this right here? We're just in the studio right now. I'm in the studio, hoping that it sounds right. Okay, so I just gotta. It sounded more like it the first time. I'm in the studio, hoping that it sounds right. Okay, that makes sense. So I make myself laugh. Okay. Okay, that's good. That'll do. Bob, 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 bob. He sells, there we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. What are other tongue twisters? Let's find some tongue twisters. Let's do that. I need to get my mouth right. I meant to say that. Tongue twisters. Oh, even better. Irish wristwatch. Swiss wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Swiss wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Swiss wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish 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 wristwatch. Which wristwatch are Swiss? Which wristwatches are Swiss? Which wristwatches are Swiss? Swiss. Fuck. Which wristwatches are Swiss? That's not even the whole thing. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? I gotta say it like I'm mad. Like I'm at the store. I'm fucking Catch Me If You Can's dad trying to get a watch to match the suit for the wedding. He's like, must have just fallen right off. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? See? That was probably the best I did it. Betty Botter bought some butter. Betty Botter bought some butter. Betty Botter bought some butter. Do you need a poop? You gonna go poo-poo? Or are you just playing with it? You gonna go poo-poo? No? Okay, let's go poo-poo. Good cat. Wait, you go poo-poo? No? You just playing with it? Oh, okay. You have like 15 minutes, but it's not food All right, back to business. This is helping though. This is a very good. Sorry, I'm looking at my texts. I'm stupid. This is a good warm up for me though. I do feel quite warm. Betty Bopper bought some butter. Betty Botter 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 bought some butter. But she said the butter's bitter. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Betty Botter bought some butter, but Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the batter. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. Oh fuck, this is really hard. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Ooh. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she's... I never knew the rest of it. Wow. Okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. The seashells are seashells, I'm sure. It's not rhythmically correct. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells seashells... Ah, fuck. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. If she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. What? She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she's... Oh, I had it. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. For if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashores shells. Fuck. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. If she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. But if it... Ah, fuck. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. But if I... Betty Botter bought some butter, but if she... Betty Botter bought some butter. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Ooh. Irish wristwatch, switch wristwatch. I wish to wash my wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? If he woodchuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood. I didn't know the other half of that part either, actually. I knew there was more to it, I just never do it. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, as chuck, as much, and chuck as much wood. Fuck. Anyone else thought they were, like, that was real? Like, woodchuck was like an animal that, like, you know how like ants carry shit? It's like one of those. They just gotta throw shit. Like monkeys, but with like wood instead of shit. That's what I imagined as a kid. Okay, cool. I feel warm. I didn't know the other half of that part either, actually. I knew there was more to it, I just never do it. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, as chuck. As much, and chuck as much wood. Fuck. Anyone else thought they were like that? Anyways, okay, cool. Okay, I'm recording, right? It's for real right now? Oh, I wasn't even recording. Cool. All right. That was a good warm up. Bitch. All right. So, we're going to get into something that I've actually really wanted to do on this channel since its birth. Like, I want to talk about shitty things that happen in the workplace and find out what it means to really love your job. Because it's not just the money. It's not the title. What does it take? You know, it's not just the title. I mean, Let me hit that one more time. It's not blah, 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 blah. What was I saying? Okay. I'm just gonna do it again. I've been wanting to talk about this one for a minute. My vision for this channel is you'll come here to laugh, you'll come here to see anime shit, and we'll talk about the stuff they didn't teach us in school. And I know a lot of people say that, but you know, what does it take to love your job? Because it takes more than money. It takes more than a title. You know, what is it? Is it a parking spot? Is it free food? Is it workplace culture? Do you need free dress? Or are you cool with suits every day? Or are you cool with sweats every day? Are you okay with someone telling you to get out of are you okay with someone telling you to get out of your Crocs? You know what I mean? Like, what does it take? And we're in this new world order of work where, like, we work from home. Look at me. I'm unemployed from home. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm an independent contractor. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, no. When I was in school, I learned like what it takes to get a job I learned how to get a job on paper. It's nothing like that. It is nothing like that. So we're gonna do that. I had another warm-up planned. What are we like? We're like 12 minutes in. Do it something else. We'll do another warm-up later. So yeah, we're gonna go on Reddit and we're just gonna read a bunch of shit. And we're gonna talk about the workplace, and then please, like, let's add to the flames. Tell me your horrible boss stories. Tell me your horrible employee stories. Tell me your horrible recruiter stories. You know what I mean? Your horrible training stories, customer stories, return stories. I don't know, shipping? Fuck. Stories. Yeah. And Kyle, what the fuck do you know about work? Jack shit, nothing. Honestly, I've had my fair share, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I've worked up and down the ladder. So I've worked up and down the ladder, and I'm still broke. So like, I'm at a point where I'm at a point in my finances where if I turn around, there's a fire there. Or if I turn around, I'm gonna see a fire. You know, so let me hit that one more time. Is that what I want to say? Yeah, like, I'm at a point in my finances where if I turn around, I'm gonna see a fire. So full fucking steam ahead. But yeah, is that enough? We'll find something that's good. We'll find something good. The important part is that I feel loose and I feel focused. You guys like my pigtails? I've been wanting to do pigtails ever since I started growing my hair. And I finally did pigtails, bitch. Where am I? We're trying something new today too. Like, we'll see how this goes here. Let me put this off real quick. Okay. Check. Let me see how this looks over on here. Here, motherfucker. I'm gonna be doing a whole big ol' rebranding soon. I'm just gonna clean things up. I've had this look for not a year yet, but it's I've definitely sharpened my skills since then. So yeah. As long as you can see me right here, we're good. Because right now I'm playing with fire. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then I will zoom on a bish. Can y'all see that better? Y'all see that better? How's that? Check. 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm just gonna wait this out because I'm just waiting on the lag, just waiting on that lag times 7. It's okay. It's okay that no one's watching. Y'all see that better? Y'all see that better? How's that? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm just gonna wait this out because I'm just waiting on the lag, Okay, that's pretty good. On that lag times 7. It's okay. It's okay that no one's watching. All right, I make myself laugh. Anyway, so we're gonna start off. We're reading the you call it a subreddit, right? I'm not a Reddit guy. I really like Therapy Gecko, and he's on Reddit. And his demographics are the same ones I want to hit. So let's do Reddit stuff. I didn't need to say all that. It's fine. This subreddit is called Tales from the Job. Let's read the top post. Oh, what's this picture actually? More, less cake. Fuck you and your ads. Okay. How do I read the whole thing? I'm a novice at this, bro. I am a novice at Reddit. So I quit my job, and now my ex-boss won't pay me because there wasn't anyone to cover for me. What the fuck? I, female 28, was working as sort of a tour guide in Italy. We have to be under the sun for almost 104 degrees Fahrenheit from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Redditor, for putting it in Fahrenheit. I don't even know what it's supposed to be called. It's Fahrenheit and Celsius. I know there's is that the metric system? No. Anyways, 104 from 9 to 5:30. So after a month of this, I got really sick. I was feeling bad before, but on a particular day, I was really dehydrated with headaches, nausea, dizziness, and other stuff. So I wrote to my boss telling him I was feeling really bad and could make it to work. Really bad and could make it to work. Maybe that's why there was a miscommunication, because it says right there, I wrote to my boss telling him I was feeling really bad and I could make it to work. Let's keep reading. I'm just playing. His response was no! And I demanded I go immediately to work. My boyfriend saw I was really bad, and he took me there and stay with me the whole time, helping me carry a huge bag of virtual reality visors that I always need to carry on for work. Wow. So this is, is that, dude? Touring in Italy is like that? What did they put on the virtual reality goggles? Because you're already seeing the shit. You know what I mean? Like it's Italy and Rome and stuff. What are you gonna oh, if you put on our virtual reality visors, you'll be able to see an actual gladiator fight 6 lions to the death. Is lions the funniest things I could think of? If you put on these virtual goggles, you could see turn if you put on these virtual goggles and follow me here, you will be able to see what an actual free-for-all tournament look like at the Coliseum. To the death. Okay. That one I like. Okay, that one was chill. You can see my face, right? You could see turn if you put on these virtual goggles and follow me here, you will be able to see what an actual free-for-all tournament look like at the Coliseum. To the death. The Colosseum's in Italy, right? Otherwise, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. Anyways, I'm stupid. His response was no. My virtual because I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't as fast, and I mix a pair of controllers for the visors. So after the clients go, the boss called me mad, and then because one of the other girls in there told him I mixed up the controllers, and finally let me go a bit early. So the goggles mixed up. I don't know, like maybe it's like a Wii situation where, you know, you have the controller in one hand and the joystick in the other, and you gotta link them together. Maybe it's one of those where, you know, just they need to match, I guess. But I have no idea how virtual reality works. I don't even know how live streaming works. So this month. No, the person. I couldn't work anymore as it was affecting my health, but I offered to do a few more hours next weekend while he finds another person to find the job. But that I needed my payment first, as it was already the first of the month. He got really mad and told me that he always pays his debts and that he didn't want to work anymore with me. Okay, a few days passed and I haven't received any payment, so I contacted a girl that quit just when I started working. She told me that they haven't been paid either, and that something similar happened to her, and now the boss is saying he is going to lose money because of us, because he didn't have anyone to cover me as I was doing the job of 2 people. And apparently he won't pay us because we are both students from other countries. There isn't much we can do even if we have a work permit here. Wow. Okay, so who's the dude from Squid Games? Ali, the boy. So he was in Korea and his boss didn't want to pay him, and then he ended up in the Squid Games. In Squid Games. In a Squid Game? So we have a boss that's overstaffed or understaffed and just playing it by ear, it seems. Or if they're making a mistake, or if he's making a mistake, he's just, fuck you, I didn't make a mistake, you're the one fucking, just doesn't want to admit that they fucked up, which you see a lot in the workplace. And look at this just threatening, how fucking woe is me ass. Now the boss is saying he's going to lose money because of us, because he didn't have anyone to cover me as I was doing the jobs of 2 people. Like, she didn't. Yeah, man. Okay. Let's get a better grasp of this story. So, there's a person in Italy, they're a tour guide, or they work for some kind of tour agency, and this person, female, 28, is used to working from 9 to 5:30, 104 degree heat, 104 degrees Fahrenheit type of heat, and they gotta lug around these big ass fucking goggles. Some shit's called virtual reality things. Those virtual reality glasses. Those things. Yeah, and she was messing up on the job because she was already feeling shitty. She's all dizzy, but the boss was like, no, you come to work. I swear to God, you come to work. and then she does the job and does the best they can given the circumstances. Like, you ever go to work sick? You shouldn't have to. Like, this is precisely why you shouldn't have to. It's a risk for you. It's a risk for the fucking for the job. It's a risk for the people in the job. What if you know what I mean? Like, back when I was working I was working in food during like COVID and shit, and I was like, yo, I was lying, but I was like, yo, I got exposed. Should I, like, what's the move? Do you wait for my results? And they were like, no, just come in. And I was like, I work with food. You know what I mean? It's just that whole disregard for whatever. Fuck, I don't want to deal with you. Goddamn, I don't want to deal with finding a cover for you or that whole mess. Just fuck you, come in. And what's the word? And it's not like if this person, this Redditor, it's not if this Redditor didn't show up that someone couldn't do the job, because what she just proved is that one person can do the job. So it's possible. So find someone else to fucking do it. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's not her first time where she's had to do, like, fucking power through a shift solo dolo like that. I'm sure there's people in this video audience that have been through that. I for sure have, dude. Manning like 3-4 stations at once. Back when I worked at a sandwich place, I think I maxed out at 12 sandwiches at a time. But that's just a flex, honestly. That shit was fun. Honestly, I loved making big orders for sandwiches. I like making sandwiches. That was my first job. Anyway, yeah, and the fact that they're not getting the money. They're not getting the money. That's fucking annoying. People that are like, oh, you're yeah, this just reminds me of Ali. It's like the boss in power just being like, oh, what are you gonna do? You're not a citizen, so fuck the legal way of paying you. You know what I mean? Or if you don't have the right whatevers. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Like, for real, this isn't coming out right, but you know what I mean. But now boss is saying lose money. Yeah, fuck you, boss. Anyways, okay, let's move on. Let's get one more off this. Let's see male Karen at lane 5. Here's my story. I was at work tonight, turning around scooter so that customers could use it. I don't want to hear about customers yet. Oh, been here, bro. Constantly bullied at a job that has no HR. Not bullied per se, but like I've been in many situations where there was no HR. You know what I mean? What if you got to report some racist shit and your HR is white? What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Not everyone's comfortable saying that. For sure, I didn't, because I was like, bro, man, like, I just got here, man. How do I know you're not part of the problem too? Shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. Like, I remember I used to work at one spot, and I used to work at this one spot, and I was joking with my manager. I was like, shut up, man. That doesn't sound... We were cool, though. We were cool. I was talking about my manager. I was like, shut up, man. I'm going to report you to HR. This is my boss. And he's like, I am HR. And I was like, fuck. But yeah, no, if we weren't cool, that presents a problem. But we were cool. So, honestly, I became a man at that job. Anyways, every day I come into work, there's always comments about the way I have my hair, the way I dress, my body, and even food, snacks I eat, drinks I drink, etc. Fuck you. Their opinions don't matter to me, but I'm sick of everyone having something to say about my existence. For sure. For sure. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, anyone that's thinking like, oh, you know, just rub it off, blah, 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 blah. Dude, repetition, bro. Repetition will drive anyone nuts. You know what I mean? You ever see that there's an old, I mean, old to me, there's an old Alfred Hitchcock film. Would you call it a film? There's an old Alfred Hitchcock feature. Old Alfred Hitchcock feature. I forgot what it's called, but there's this dude, tough dude, you know, doesn't seem like he unwavering, you know, he's stoic. He has achieved stoicism. And he just, you know, he's at his apartment, just finally home, gets to relax, but then the drain has a drip. The drain's, drip, bloop, bloop, bloop. It makes drips like that. And the whole episode is just him going nuts because no matter what that drips, it doesn't stop. I think it was a drip. But yeah, that's the same thing, dude. Even if it doesn't matter, even if it doesn't like necessarily hurt you, even if you don't care, dude, repetition or negative repetition can fuck you up, bro. And it's okay to say that. And that's why we should have an HR. Yeah, man, I hated how this one coworker giggled. This is outside of, that's a me problem though. That's a me problem. But hearing that fucking giggle pissed me off. And he giggled a lot. And that, like, it's like, what? It's just a me thing. What am I gonna be like? Hey, can you shut the fuck up? Like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that because you're having a good time at your job. Me and the dude just didn't click. We just, you know what I mean? It was just one of those. But yeah, repetition, any kind of repetition will piss you off. Anyways, yeah, today I was asked why I buy water bottles to bring to work instead of using their water cooler that's never been cleaned. Absolutely. I feel like everything I do is being picked apart and I'm starting to feel ganged up on. I've talked to management, but because the people doing it make the most money, they get no repercussions. Fuck. Not to mention the job has no HR, which should have been a red flag from the get-go. For sure. That's something that we could look at too. I'm having a lot of problems with this too, where looking at the red flags, I got myself into a pyramid scheme. Like, fucking, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I left with more money than I came in with though, so I'm happy for that much. Oh, it's time to feed the cat. Hold on. Sourdough eating time. It's time to feed a sourdough. Hey. Yeah, you're a good girl. All right. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, and fuck your water cooler, dude. Wash your damn water. Or at least, yeah, no. How do you wash those? Maybe that's a lesson for us all. Go into your kitchen. If you have a water cooler, check the filter. If you have a Keurig, check the filter. Clean your microwave, clean your oven. All those parts of the kitchen that no one thinks about cleaning, we should all just do that. That would be a great idea. Actually, wait. Is that easier? Because I don't have to worry so much about... I'm just looking at my face. If you have a Keurig, check the filter. Clean your microwave, clean your oven. All those parts of the kitchen that no one thinks about cleaning, we should all just do that. That would be a great idea. Wait. Oh, that's way better. That's way easier, right? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, this way it's not going to cover my face as much. Okay, Yeah, and being ganged up, and like no one in here be like, oh fucking, that's not bullying, that's not real bullying. Getting ganged up on, that's enough to do it, bro. That's enough to make you feel like a piece of shit. All I'm trying to do is validate whatever we see today, because this is someone's truth that they put on the internet. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but also, man, if you're pissed about work, sometimes, you gotta talk about it somewhere. And this may be this person's truth. So fucking, if they feel like they're getting ganged up on, that's being bullied, then that's how they fucking feel. Repercussions. Yeah, man, and it sucks when the people who are assholes are at the top. You know what I mean? You really don't have to be a good person to get a promotion or be successful. You don't have to be a good person to be successful, or like climb the ranks. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a good person for any of that shit. And that's too bad. That's why that's again like why we have HR. But you know, how much of HR training is actually like uses counseling, or what? How much of HR, how much of human relations? Let me get this on the big screen, cause like for real, cause how much of HR training actually involves mental health and mental wellness? And I know that's a buzzword now. It wasn't until recently, but also fucking, we're talking about mental health on this channel too. Fucking deal with it. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't want to be on this part of the conversation, fucking leave. But yeah, man, how much of mental wellness and crisis management and all that type of stuff is worked into HR training? I don't know. I've applied for HR positions. I've done like some like LinkedIn type trainings and shit like that. But I don't really know myself. But I don't really see the difference between a HR rep and a or well, in a way, a counselor and an HR rep should be similar. Yeah. A counselor and a mental health counselor and an HR rep should have some similarities. They should have some similarities. I think that. Because you're dealing with workplace conflict. And I'm not talking about training that's just like, oh, how to arbitrate and, you know, payroll, all that shit. They do that shit too. But anyways, you know what I mean? Like, you're dealing with people and you don't know what type of triggers they're having. Like, are HR reps fucking ready to handle triggers? Are they ready to actually listen? You know what I mean? No docking, or, you know, no disrespect to any HR reps, but obviously, or no, that's not what I want to say. Excuse me. No disrespect to HR reps, but no, what am I trying to say? No disrespect to HR reps, and what we're learning today is that there's a need for better HR across the board. And that's an internal thing. That's a system thing. You know what I mean? I still don't know the difference between system and systematic. I'm not that smart or woke. And did that close on its own? Did I leave it open? Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no disrespect for HR reps. No disrespect to HR reps out there. They're wonderful ones. You know what I mean? Like, let's look at Toby. Let's look at Toby from The Office. all he tries to do is arbitrate Michael Scott's bullshit. You need some training to deal with a Michael Scott. And though he is an exaggeration, there are Michael Scotts out there in one way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? If he wasn't lovable, which took some time, there's some Michael Scotts in this world. All I'm saying. All I'm saying. Good and bad. The good and bad parts of Michael Scott. Let's keep going. Right now we're doing the split screens. Split screens, motherfucker. That was a good one. Okay. They suck, but you're stuck. We're back. Oh, this is the horrible bosses subreddit. Let's go. Walked out, not fired. That's too long. I don't want to read that. Telling me how depressed he is because his dad is in the hospital. Today he sends me this. Yesterday my boss is telling me how depressed he is because his dad is in the hospital. Today he sends me this.
You are my honey bun sugar plum, pumpy yummy pumpkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake gumdrop, snickums, bookums. You're the apple of my eye, and I love you so, and I want you to know that I'll always be.
I would have preferred it if there was a dick pic at the end. You know what I mean? Because, like, you might as well at that point. That's just... Ew. Gross. How'd you go from... Oh, no, I added the dick pic. Stupid. In my reality, it happened already. So this boss went from sad to dad to... Wait. Did this dude send a girl the YouTube video of a TikTok sound? That's so weird. I'm just gonna... what are the comments? I love the song. Looks like he likes you. Super cute, but definitely wouldn't want it from my boss. Gross. Y'all, I need to raise the bar a little bit. The creeper boss, sorry we revoked your bonus check. Damn. Oh, this sounds interesting. Team leader didn't answer phone and it's my fault. Yup, after 2 months of working, there they put me in a higher position and told me, your job is to help team lead. If he doesn't answer the phone, you're not doing your job. Lo and behold, we both end up in the office and he ignored calls and not giving me work information. I guess I should have been his personal hands-free and not talk with clients because apparently I had been slacking. What? If he doesn't answer the phone, you're not doing your... Oh. I had a similar... Like... This... Hold on. Did I lock you in there, man? Oh, you did go in there. Silly cat. You scared me earlier. Silly. You're okay. You're okay. You're not in trouble. Fucking cats. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, I had something similar with this. Not really, but my dad got a work phone, and like cell phones were still like, my dad having a cell phone, at least in my mind, was still like a new concept. And I remember it was blue, and you could play Snake on it. So I would borrow it sometimes. And then my dad was in the shower, so I took it to play Snake, and the call came through, and and so I answered it. I'm probably like, I'm not in school at this time, maybe 3 or 4. So I answer it, maybe 6 or 7 too. Fuck. So I answer it. It might have been 6. Yeah, I think I was 6 or 7. So I was 6 or 7. I'm on my dad's phone. I'm on his work phone. It's blue, and I'm playing Snake. And a call comes through, and I pick it up, and they're like, "Where's Oscar?" And I was, "Oh shit." All right. Where's blah blah blah? My dad's name. Where's blah blah blah? And I was like, he's busy, because my dad was in the shower, remember? And he was like, busy. If we got him a phone, then he better get the fucking phone. Or it's like, if we got him a phone, then he better pick up the phone. What else is he busy with? And I was like, oh shit. And to this day, I'm like, I got my dad in hella trouble. But no, he was just in the shower. What am I supposed to say? You know, like, is it, yeah, like, do you say in the bathroom? I don't know. What do you say? Do you say in the shower? Or is that too private for people? I don't know what to say. I was like, he's naked. You know what I mean? Like, what does that come off as? These are the thoughts that I had at the time. Anyway. Let's go. I didn't read any of the comments for this one. Constantly bullied. Let's see these HR comments. Oh no, they're right here. Document the hostile work environment, then quit and claim. Oh, this is good to hear. Document the hostile work environment, then quit and claim unemployment. When you are denied, appeal the decision and provide the documentation of hostile work environment. I was able to successfully do this in California, though instead of a hostile work environment, it was bouncing paychecks and workers getting injured, only to find the employer was not carrying any workers' comp insurance, which is against state law. Wow. I had to send in a report like this once. Yeah, that's it. Same thing. Get your dates down. I used to work security too, so I don't think I had to say that, but yeah, no, I used to work security, and that was the like I remember, like, after my first week of just going like, I gotta write down everything, and it was like, so, oh yeah, of course I need to write down the location, the time, all the names of people, names of the people names of the people affiliated in this incident, or witnesses, you know what I mean? Yeah. Department of Labor for hostile work environment. Keep track of every incident, date, and time. Department Labor for hostile work environment. Why are we not doing more of this? What is considered? Okay, there's a Department of Labor. I don't even know that. Good to know. Department of Labor policy statement on harassing conduct in the workplace. Let's just read the highlighted part. Harassing includes... Harassing includes unreasonable interference with an employee's work performance, actions that create a hostile or abusive work environment, and actions that result in an employment decision affecting the employee, which is based upon the employee's acceptance or rejection of such conduct. See, that's a whole lot of malarkey, but like I've seen this definition before, right? But I've seen this definition before, but like out in the world, it's so... Sometimes I got slighted without knowing I was getting slighted. You know what I mean? I mean, that's jokes on me too. You know, 'cause that's my naivete, but I'm a Cancer. I'm just gullible. And what's the word I'm looking for? What did I want to say? Oh yeah, like I read in the book, I read the case studies, you know, I took the test, and, you know, every time I got a job, I took the harassment fucking things, but like when it happens to you, it's not what it is on paper, you know? It's I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm not saying that I had a particularly rough time into compared to other stories, but or other people, other than from, apart from other people. There we go. Fuck. But fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. What was I saying? It's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. All right. Where were we? Okay, let's get into these stories. Employers of Reddit. What are your crazy employee? Oh yeah, because I wanted to do horrible bosses, and then we're gonna go over to horrible employees. Just to be fair. Oh, boss's failure to call 911. Let's read that one. Let's do one more just because I feel like I didn't talk shit about bosses enough. Am I overreacting? Yeah. I mean, it's not one big ass blob. It doesn't hurt my eyes. So let's do this one. Oh, you can't see it. Split. Okay. I'm gonna look pretty good. Okay. This Redditor says, am I overreacting? I have almost 5 months in my job. My first day, my manager told me, in this department, we do the following. She listed all of them and finished each sentence with, I do this. Almost all were things she does on a regular basis. And I was, I don't understand why I'm here. Excuse me. I only helped her with a few tasks, and the only thing that was entirely mine was customer reclaims, debit notes, and all that bullshit. Oh, like customer service type stuff, returns. What would you call it in there? Receivings. 3 months later, she began to give me some more responsibilities, so I was cool with that. The only problem was that when I did something wrong, she emphasizes it. I was lacking of things to do because the tasks she gave me took them. I was lacking of things to do because the tasks she gave me, she took them again and told me, how do you want more things to do if the little ones are always wrong? That's shit. Yes, of course, I made some mistakes as my first job, but not all of them were wrong. This is his first job? Okay. She told me repeatedly, you made a mistake again in a disrespectful tone. She always finds a way to make me feel miserable at this job. In my day, I only work like 2 hours. 8-hour shift because I don't have anything to do. Oh, no, I totally get you. Because I don't have anything to do. I want to quit ASAP because she's getting me crazy. She's micromanaging, and I cannot tolerate that someone says that I'm not capable of doing something I cannot tolerate that someone says to me that I'm not capable of doing something new because it's difficult. And she knows how to do it because she has a lot of experience. Should I resist until I have a new job or quit and hope everything else comes in my way? I'm really desperate and sad. Damn. This one's a doozy. Okay, cause like, First off, I've said on this channel before, I went to school for marketing, and I feel like, why does it I feel douchey every time I say shit like that? Okay, anyways, I went to school for business. It doesn't sound any better. Okay. I went to school for marketing. I got a marketing internship. Thought I would be doing a bunch of marketing stuff. That's what it seemed like in the interview. Ended up just doing papers, random things. It was cool because I did my homework on the job, and they were cool about it. But still, you know what I mean. That's a big lesson. One of the big takeaways that I had in that was just like, I want to feel utilized. I've worked hard to earn these skills. I went to school for them. I got all I filled the resume the best I can with as many skills that I'm proud of as I could. And y'all aren't going to use any of them. That's a very shitty feeling, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, no one wants to be the toy that doesn't get played, bro, or something. I don't know. Yeah. So, that's something that taught me that, and that's really frustrating because it feels like, oh, because put yourself in the situation where, like, oh yeah, I just got my first job, yeah, I'm so excited, and then you're like, oh, you tell all your friends, you tell all your family, blah, 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 blah. This is your first job, you're excited. And they're like, hey, how's work? And you're just like, damn, it's nothing like. But everyone's had that situation, you know what I mean? Even dream jobs aren't your dream jobs when you're in it all the time, you know. But just. Now you just got this, like, you hyped it up so much, and now you're like, damn, to be honest, it sucks. Which is, for your first job, bro, that's something we all gotta learn. That's something we all learn, dude. It's shitty, and like I said earlier, you don't have to be a good person to be successful. You don't have to be a good person to be promoted. You don't have to be good at your job to be promoted. You know what I mean? Like, so these types of things happen, bro. And what makes it worse, and because this Redditor showed the initiative, like, hey man, I'm ready for more tasks, and they were getting them, but totally just put the carrot in front of the face and then put the carrot away, but the stick instead. Fucking bait and switch this Redditor, you know? What else I want to say about this? But yeah, man. Honest opinion, 8-hour shift, you could get a lot of things done in like 6 hours. My opinion. But yeah, man. Because, okay, look, 8-hour shift. That's a third of your day, right? That's a lot of your time. The other eighth, you got to be sleeping. The other eighth, you're doing whatever you need to do. J. Cole said this in an interview. Yeah, so working is like an eighth of your day. Now, you're taking a job that's already unpleasant because of your job, and now 6 of those hours, like the 8 hours of the 8 hours that make a third of your day, 6 of those hours is just doing fuck nothing. Just doing absolutely nothing. Just wasting time, wasting energy. Why am I here? I'd rather be home. I could just... I'm over here watching Netflix on my phone. I could be watching it on my couch. You know what I mean? It's just a whole bunch, like, we're wasting all, like, it makes you, like, you ever been at a job just bored out of your mind? It's like, the money's not even worth it for this, man. I've had just bored out of here. I need to be stimulated, man. I need tasks. I need that. And when you show me to do things, I'm gonna fuck up at first. I'm that type of person. I'm the type of person where I need a lot of I need more like hands-on training in the beginning, and then leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. We could do everything over text. We could do everything text. We could do everything emails. But yeah, I just have a couple questions here and there, bro. But just I'm better off, you know, just less pressure on me that way, and I could focus a lot better. But that's something I had to learn. But now this person's over here, finally get some work that they seem to be excited about. They seem to be like real cool with, and then all of a sudden that's gone, and I'm getting berated because I do a couple things wrong. What is this? This is 5 months, bro. It takes a while to know everything about a job. You ever have a new POS system? Like, that shit takes some time, bro. And that's just the POS system. Imagine you got more changes to do. You know what I mean? You're going to make mistakes. That's okay. You know, there's famous stories about I finally got it. I finally got to this awesome. I got the position I've always dreamed of. I have so much responsibility. I'm making so much money. I love this job. Blah 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 blah. You mess up. And then you go to your boss, and it's like, let's say you mess up and it costs $10 million. My bad. You go to your boss, hey, my bad. I'll pack my things. And they're like, shut the fuck up. I just spent $10 million to teach you a lesson. Get back to work. That's how things should be treated. You know what I mean? When you're I'm gonna bring up this book again because what is your parachute? Because this is like one of the fucking bars that it really had. This is one of the bars that it had. It said when you the book does a good job of making the employee and the employee and the employer equal. They do really good at making it on an equal ground. Whereas if I'm the employee who's going to work for the employer, like I'm trying to get a job, I'm taking a risk in giving them my talents, and they're taking a risk. The employer is taking a risk for bringing me on the team and seeing if my talents work. So that naturally is going to have a lot of friction. That's going to have a lot of transition. 5 months is not a lot of time. 5 months, that's not even enough to like really open up to your coworkers and tell them what you really did over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's not a lot of time. It's, you know, you're still nervous at 5 months, bro. You're going to make mistakes. And any boss that's going to be a little asshole about it should not be a boss. An asshole about it regularly, I'll say, because I've had bosses that are like, oh, and then you're like, you know what, my bad, bro. And I was like, he's like, my bad, bro. I just wasn't having that day. And it's like, also fair. Sometimes that happens. Depends on the, you know, it's a case by case basis. But you know, people are people. They snap sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, man, what the fuck? My bad, bro. Nah, I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, so that was the horrible bosses section. How long have we been on this stream? We're over at hour 3. We'll do the employers of Reddit, and then we'll do the retail customers. I was going to do these worse ones, but nah. Yeah, I want to end it on retailers just because I think that's funny. Okay. Employers of Reddit, what are your crazy... Oh, no, you can't even see me. There we go. Employers of Reddit, what are your crazy employee stories? Employee? There we go. That's not what I want. Okay, that's fucking hardcore. Is this just like... We have this one relatively crazy woman that works in her shop. She's got a son who at the time of this story was around 16. This woman decides that her son needs some experience sexually with an older woman, so she actually went to one of the women in the accounting department who was around 60 or so and asked her if she'd be interested in having sex with her 16-year-old son because she wants his first time to be with someone experienced. I shit you not, I was sitting outside our HR person's office when the complaint was filed. Was it the son that filed the complaint? Work friends are freed. Okay, that's not what I expected. Oh, deleted. I don't know what that means. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, this looks like a sizable amount. A few years ago, I was a kitchen manager at a place in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? I don't know if it is common knowledge or not. But drug use in kitchens is very common. Oh, for sure. And most of the time accepted. Fuck yeah. That being said, I had a line cook who had come in tweaked out on cocaine. I have a story. He came to me and explained the situation, apologized, asked if he could run somewhere and come in a little later in better shape. It was slow and most of the prep was done, so I said he could have an extra hour. That's a good boss. Dude, you gave him a shot. Rick. Good shit, Rick. He knows what's up. He comes back 45 minutes later and is calmed down. Stopped shaking and had a grin on his face. He was one of my better line cooks, so I was glad to see that I didn't have to reprimand him. We begin the dinner service and everything is running smoothly when I look across the line and he begins to look as if he's falling asleep while working the grill. He assured me he was fine. 15 minutes go and I see him collapse, landing with his face and arm on the grill. He didn't even wake up. Fuck. I ran across the kitchen to push him off. Skin literally melted to the grill. As he hits the ground, he wakes up and says, "Ah, shit. Chef, may I go to the hospital?" This isn't real. What did he go home to do? He didn't sleep. Get that out of your head. He didn't go home to sleep while he's tweaked on cocaine. Did he just like dab hella times? Like what did you counteract? Don't mix your drugs. But what did he do? The smell was horrific. At 7 p.m. on a Friday night, we closed the restaurant, opened all the doors and windows, and cleaned up the mess. We bought new plates for the grill, don't worry. As I'm doing my order for the next day around 10 p.m., he comes back in bandages and says, "Chef, can I help with anything?" Astonished, I couldn't reply. This is a good worker. All things considered. Because on this dude's mind, okay, this is the story that I'm getting. This is the story that I'm getting from this so far. So the dude is, he manages a restaurant, used to people coming in fucked up all the time. I've worked in kitchens, drugs are there. And oh yeah, one time I was talking to this dude at a party. This is not my story, this is his story. And there was this dude that was hella quiet, and he just did dishes, right? And you know, people that just fucking do dishes all the time, right? He was just quiet, he's banging out dishes hella fast, right? And then this other dude, the person I was talking to at the party, he's like, hey, let's do dishes, man. And they start, and then he's like, I was like, oh man, my shift's off, bro. You want the rest of this this Red Bull? And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. And he takes a sip. He's like, hey bro, there's cocaine in there. And he was mad, yes, never drug anyone, but he's like, bro, I was doing dishes so fast. So like, anyways, what I'm trying to say is people do drugs in kitchens, and this dude was getting fucked up in the kitchen. This dude was getting fucked up. He's a line cook, and a line cook is in, you know, you're chopping up, you're prepping, you know, yeah, you're on the line. I don't know if that means you're necessarily like cooking on the, oh no, he just said he's on the grill. Anyways, fuck it, I don't know. What do I know? Anyways, he works in food. So the dude managed a restaurant. His line cook looks fucked up, hella tweaked, looks fucked up, did hella cocaine. Not surprised, happens a lot. And then, dude, the restaurant life, from what I hear, is just you work all day and then afterwards you get fucked up and you meet up with all the cooking homies and just stay up drinking, talking, doing drugs, and then you wake up early the next morning and do the same thing. Like, that shit's happens, you know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, fucking kitchen's party. That's what I'm trying to say. Kitchen's party. We'll cut out most of this, but kitchen's party. Ah, shit, it's in my face. All right, let's try this one more time. So here's the situation. There is a manager and there's the line cook. Manager of the restaurant and the line cook. Line cook comes in, fucked up on cocaine. Not a big deal. Manager's like, whatever. It's not what I prefer, but you're a good line cook. Whatever. And then he's like, yo, chef. Or no, yeah, the manager, the chef. Can you can I go home for like a little bit and just straighten out? And then the manager was like, fine, 45. Just go. Give you an hour. The dude came back in 45 minutes. I just realized that right. He came back in 45 minutes. I would have used that hour. I would have used that hour to its fullest, bro. And so he comes back and he seems like he's killing it. He's doing hella good on the line, bro. And he falls asleep on the grill and doesn't wake up while his face is getting burnt. And they gotta close the whole restaurant because it smells like face burnt. And the dude comes in the next day, bandages, and says, "Chef, is there anything I could do to help?" Keep that guy. Keep him. Ask him if there's anything wrong, but he is a good worker. Drugs do not say you're a bad worker. He is a good worker. Ask him if he's cool. You know what I mean? Do you need me to help you fucking call someone? Are you good, bro? Because you're showing me that you want to work here, and that you're showing me that you're dedicated, and like you want to earn your keep, and you want to help out. Like, this job means something to you, and I appreciate that, and that makes me happy that I brought you on your team. Are you okay? Do you want to like do dishes for a while or something, dude? Just fucking keep him, dude. That's a good worker. Wow. Well, now we're controlling. All right, now we're dude, fuck. That's insane to me. That's hella funny. This one smells horrific. All right. Can I help him? Astonished, I couldn't reply, and he continued to explain that he went to his dealer's house and got a shit ton of OxyContin, snorted it so he could calm down, and he just nodded out. But it's okay, they gave me morphine so I could still work. And I'm a dumbass, so don't worry about workers' comp. I just want to have a job. Okay, a little too much. A little too much. But I had your back, bro. I did. I had your back. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You got desperate. What are you just? I gotta cut this. I gotta cut this high down. There's too many uppers, bro. Never mix your uppers and your downers. Look up the stories of Four Locos and look up what the chemicals do. It's bad for you. Don't do that. Anyway, edit. 2 weeks later, he returned home. 2 weeks later, he returned to work sober and hasn't touched a drug or a drink since. I arranged so that his hospital bills were paid, but he had no paid time off. One of the best employees and craziest motherfuckers I will ever meet. That's a good story. That's a real good story. What the heck? Damn, I lost a subscriber on that story. All right, whatever. Edit. After seeing how much you guys like this story, I contacted him. It's been 3 years. He has met his now fiance at an NA meeting, Narcotics Anonymous, I'm guessing, expecting a daughter in a few months, and was just called about becoming the sous chef at a restaurant opening in Atlanta. He moved there because he said that Charlotte was too dangerous for him and there were too many haunting memories. There you go. Thank you guys so much. It makes me proud. It makes me proud. He cried thanking me on the phone when I told him about this, and I would probably not done so if it weren't for this. Thank you from the both of us. Damn. Full circle, bro. That's my favorite. What do the comments say? That's fucking hardcore. I had a guy mow my lawn once who was tweaking. Then he cut his hand real bad, but let me know he was going to the hospital and had to leave his mower here. I offered to drive him, but no. Didn't want to see him again. Wasn't a very good lawnmower either, and he got blood on my porch. He never came back for the mower. Edit. I accidentally, the end of the story. I hope that didn't see him again would indicate that I got to keep his crappy mower. I sense a Yelp review maker. Okay. There was this Asian lady at my first job. There's this Asian lady at my first job at college who would sneak away into the lunchroom, which is in the basement of the building, and steal lunches. She'd go through all of them, take bites, or eating it all. If she took a bite of something, oh no. Where was it? If she took a bite of something she didn't like, she'd throw it in the garbage. Staff would come downstairs and find their lunches devoured in the trash with one bite taken out of it. This all came to a head one day when some guy was up in arms after his meatloaf sandwich fell victim to the Asian lady lunch thief. I ended up catching her. She was fired and keyed everyone's card. That's not how I thought that would end. This one's a real winner. She works at a Chinese restaurant now, which is pretty scary. Is it bad that I think her eating all the lunches was pretty hysterical? Why people think it's okay to steal people? She stole my Hot Pocket once and I was pretty pissed. Not the Hot Pocket. Okay. Let's do some customer service ones and we'll call it a day. This is fun though. No, I'm glad we ended up doing this. Yeah, we got about hours worth of content. Yeah, this is good. That was real good. Good job, party people. Okay, retail customer service job horror stories. Is this number one? I work at a portrait studio I thought I was gonna say a small thanks college. I work at a portrait studio in a mall. Thanks college. Fuck. And during the holidays, people seem to lose all the sense of perspective. It's like these parents devolve into hostile, barely lucid Cro-Mags who will think nothing of, say, spitting at you if you have to wait in line for 15 minutes. I want to hear your horror stories from the days of retail and customer service. I had this one old white lady that always bowed at me when I gave her her food. Anyways, what's a Cro-Mag? Is this, like, okay to say? What the fuck does that mean? Meaning? A hominid of a tall, erect race of the upper Paleolithic, known for its skeletal remains found chiefly in southern France. The same species, so it's like calling them a Neanderthal? Do they have images? Okay, yeah, so it's like calling someone a Neanderthal. Horrible bosses. No. Okay, cool. Retail customer service job horror stories. Horror stories. Horror stories. Horror stories. Oh, no, you can't say that anymore. Sorry. I worked at Banana Republic in upper middle class suburbia. Someone took a dump in the dressing room. Urgent BM or critique of Western capitalism. I shall never know. This shitty thing to do. Blah, 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 blah. Advice for getting your issue or complaint resolved at a retail establishment. Always go directly to the lowest ranking person you feel. Okay. Advice for getting your issue or complaint resolved at a retail establishment. Always go directly to the lowest ranking person you feel can resolve your problem. At a grocery store, for example, go to the customer service desk. They can usually solve 98% of your problems. The employees working there will usually be able to help and will do everything they can to not get their manager involved. If it is a legitimate complaint, the employee will almost always pass it along to a manager to avoid future incidents. Also, if you start at the top with, say, a store or a general manager, your issue is not resolved. There is not much room for escalation of the problem. When you go into an establishment regularly and things go smoothly, be as nice as possible. Employees remember the nice, kind interactions they have, trust me. Then, in the future, if you have a complaint, the rapport you have built with the employee will make your issue seem not so trivial. Oh, for sure. That's great advice. I'm sorry. Wait, is this real? The second one's real. The first one was thing. This is good advice. Be prepared to wait. Not all issues can be resolved right away. Some issues, for example, credit card double charges, take time to research. When we tell When we tell you that we have 21 days by law to research this discrepancy, it does not mean it takes 21 days. It can usually be done in 2 or 3 business days, but by no means do we have the ability to do it in 5 minutes. Fair. Understand. Okay, these are real. Let me see. Learn how to poop. Our toilets are cleaned every hour. They are clean. We have provided toilet seat covers. There is really no need to hover over above the toilet or aim your ass above. There is no real need to hover above the toilet or aim your ass from 5 feet away. Have a seat, enjoy your poop, and move on. Feces is meant to hit the water and be flushed. It is not intended as a writing instrument, a paintbrush, or for any other kind of artistic medium. Damn safety dance. Do not steal from us. Yes, our return policy says any item under $5 can be returned with no receipt, and we will give you cash. It's a convenience for people who do not save receipts for small items. We know when you return a small health and beauty item for $4.69 that you stole them. We will email other stores in the area and describe. Oh, this is just good manners. We try and schedule enough people at the right times in order to take care of all customers in an orderly manner. But our employees are not robots. Things happen. They call in sick, their car breaks down, they need to take breaks, go home sick, etc. If you have to wait just a little bit longer, please do not be upset. Everyone that is available to help you is busting their butt to give everyone the best service they can as fast as they can. If you understand all this, I assure you every trip you make to a retail store will be a little more pleasant. This is a nice one. I like that. Give it a little bit of both. A little bit of sass. Poop story. Always good. I'm always keen for a poop story. And legitimate advice. This is good advice. Very eloquently said. Elegance. Oh, this one has a. Actually, what comments you got in this bitch? What comments you got in this bitch? Can you not comment these bitches? It's okay. Yeah, nah. I don't want to hear about these kid stories no more. I think right. I read your story. Oh, Borders Books and Music. While working at Borders Books and Music in the World Trade Center prior to 9/11, I was amazed at how many horrid people my coworkers and I would encounter, especially during the holidays. One Christmas Eve, when we were already closed at 6 p.m., some douchebag came pounding at the glass door, begging to be let in. We explained to him that we were already closed and had been for 15 minutes, and registers were shut down. It's always one thing. And then they're going to look around. They're going to take their damn time. Our fault if his kid didn't have a gift for Christmas, the manager explained. And then it would be the customer's fault for waiting until the last minute to buy his kid a gift. One thing I learned from retail, the customer is not always right. Yes. The customer is almost never right. Damn straight. The customer's a bitch. Nah. Oh, this sounds interesting. Oh, okay. This is we'll end it on this one because this seems like a humdinger. Okay, I worked night audit at a large hotel chain for a few years. I worked night audit at a large hotel chain for a few years in college. I actually worked for several different ones. Night auditor is the guy who runs the front desk from Night auditor is the guy who runs the front desk from about 11 to 7 a.m. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. They close all the credit card transactions for the property for the day and do a few other bookkeeping tasks, as well as handle the front desk, late night checkouts, early morning check-ins, everything like that. A few stories from hotel hell. Naked guy in the hallway. This happened more often than you would think. For sure. Usually it was a guy who was really drunk and decided to go get a soda or a snack completely naked in the middle of the night. Happened more often than you would think. Once a guy came up to the front desk because he didn't have a key. Casual as could be, buck naked. More often, people call him the house and behind the door asking me to leave. Okay. Pro tip: if you open your hotel room door naked to go to get the paper, try to remember that those doors close automatically from behind. That's not that cool. Drunken fat fuck in the hallway. That's more my speed. This happened to me twice over the years. The first time was the best. A guy who weighed, I'd guess, well over 400 pounds, passed out in the first floor hallway. He was immobile and dead to the world. I had 3 guys tugging on this fat fuck to try and roll him onto a closet or something. No luck. Eventually, I had to give up and leave him there. Somewhere around 5 a.m., he must have woken up and wandered off. Damn. Okay. My personal favorite, self-important prick who thinks the world owes him something. You meet more of these than you would expect. I thought I met more naked dudes than I'd expect. This particular one called me at 2 a.m. because he wanted to watch some movies in his room. His company was picking up the room charge, some movies. His company was picking up the room charge, but specified, as many companies do, that all incidentals are the employee's responsibility. I told him I could activate the pay-per-view movies in his room, but he would have to leave a credit card with me in the lobby. He didn't want to leave his room, said, "Can I just give you my card? My card?" I explained that this wasn't allowed and I would need him. I explained that this wasn't allowed and I would need him to come down to the desk and give me a card and sign. A good bit of profanity followed. Eventually, he came down to the desk after a half dozen phone calls with me, reiterated and said that he would have to come down and him cursing and screaming. Then he came down. I was seated behind the desk. He rushed to the desk and threw a credit card at me, yelling, "Here's the fucking card, asshole." I picked up the card, stood up. I am 6.5 feet tall and about 250 pounds. In college, I was in excellent shape. Not a guy you would pick to fuck with if you were a 5'0" office dweeb on a power trip. I threw the card back into his face and said, "Get out of my lobby before I throw you out of my hotel." He was shocked and started ranting and raving and threatening to call the police. I said, when these pigs cheat on their wives, who do you think when these pigs cheat on their wives, who do you think comps their rooms? Call whoever you like. You'll be the one who's arrested. He then lost his mind entirely. "I'm going to come over the desk and kick your ass," I replied. "Are you going now?" Oh, no. I replied, "Are you now? I'll tell you what. I'm going to walk around the office and come into the lobby. When I get there, if you're still here, I'm going to beat you unrecognizable. Call that bluff, please, I beg you." I start walking around the corner. When I get there, he was gone. I checked him out in the AM, and he wouldn't look at me or anyone else behind the desk. Couple things other than size. First off, this man, he was having a power trip, but that wasn't it. He needed that post-nut clarity. He was trying to get movies. He was trying to get movies and put it on the company's bill. He was just trying to get a freebie. Didn't want to use his laptop or his phone for some reason. Wanted to see if he could get some free stuff from the hotel. Maybe that's the only good thing he gets out of this business trip. I don't know. So he's revving up, clicks on the TV. How do I do this? What if he already picked a good video? He's going through Cinemax. Finally finds a good one. Christine Nguyen in my day. can't bust his nut. What's he supposed to do? Now he's mad. He didn't get his nut clarity, and he's just pissed at the... And he goes downstairs. He's an asshole. I'm not saying he's not an asshole. And did the person behind the counter, was he wrong to threaten him? Not at all. The short dude, the jack-off dude, he threw his card at him, which is assault, right? That's assault, right? So I don't know what happens legally after that, but legally he didn't shoot first, you know, so, or he didn't swing first, I thought. So yeah, so the moral of the story is, let's find a good job that we could be proud of, and let's spend our time doing things that we love, and we'll be better to people. All and out. If we're managers, we'll be better to our underlings. If we're the employees, we'll be better to our managers. And if we're happy about our job, we may be better to customer service people, because they deserve that. Thank you. I hope everyone had a really good time. We'll do more things like this, man. I appreciate y'all for coming by. My name is Kyle from work. Please support Black, Brown, Asian business. My name is Kyle from work. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.